How's it going, Razmanites? Well, I figured it was high time for the first entertainment slash film video in a long while, so what better video to do than my yearly picks for the 2014 Academy Awards, aka the Oscar ceremony. Now, if you saw my attempt at this last year, it just took way too freaking long for me to read out loud every single category and every single nomination. So, what I decided to do this year was ask a friend, my buddy WBTNA for life. His contact info will be down below in the description box. Go and check out his stuff. He's on Skype with me and he's going to read me each category and the nominations, and then I'm going to repeat back the category to you and give you my pick for the winner. So just hang in there with me for the few moments of silence, but it should still be a shorter video than the way I did it last year. So here we go. For best visual effects, I'm going to go with The Hobbit, The Desolation of Smaug, although I wouldn't be surprised if it went to Gravity. For writing adapted screenplay, I'm going to go with 12 Years a Slave, although I also think that The Wolf of Wall Street is very deserving. For writing original screenplay, I'm going to go with American Hustle, although I think that Her is more deserving. It's just that this is the Academy and they're not going to give it to an indie film. At least I don't think they will. Sorry, buddy, can you. We're on short animation narration. Oh, short film live action. Okay, so for that category, I'm going to go with Helium. We're having a bad Skype connection, viewers. I apologize. Say the category one more time, Brennan. For sound editing, I'm also going to go with The Desolation of Smog, and I think this one is the one that it's more likely to win. For sound mixing, I'm going to go with Lone Survivor, and I apologize for my smartphone there. Okay, for music best original song, I'm going to go with Let It Go from Frozen. For production design, I'm going to go with 12 Years a Slave. For best animated short, I'm going to go with Room on a Broom. For foreign language film, I'm going to go with The Missing Picture. For makeup and hairstyling, I'm actually going to go with Jackass Presents Bad Grandpa because I honestly do think it deserves it. And if the Academy doesn't give it to it and gives it to one of those other two virtually unknown films, I'm going to just throw a rock at my screen probably. I'm going to go with Alexandria News Display. I can never say her name, but for her, that's the one that I think should win. Oh, and that category was music for original score. By the way, sorry. Okay, Skype is cutting it out again. I apologize. I'm gonna have the category and nominations said to me one more time once again. Documentary feature. I'm gonna go with The Square. For a documentary short subject, I'm gonna go with The Last Days of Private Hall. For film editing, I'm going to go with 12 Years a Slave, although it could also go to American Hustle as well. Cinematography should go to Prisoners, but I'm going to say that it's going to go to Inside Llewellyn Davis. For costume design, I'm going to go with 12 Years a Slave, although I would be very, very happy if they decide to give it to The Great Gatsby, because the period dress in that film is amazing. See, this is the most difficult category for me personally every year directing, and this is the one that any one of them deserves to win the Oscar. And this year, every film deserves to win an Oscar, but you have to pick one. So because I have to pick one, and because it's the Academy and they seem to have a man crush on him, I'm gonna go with Alfonso Cuarón for Gravity. But if it was based on the most deserving and the most sense, of course, it would go to Martin Scorsese for The Wolf of Wall Street. So we'll have to wait and see. For Best Animated Feature Film, it will go to Frozen, but in my opinion, it should go to Despicable Me too. I enjoyed that film a little bit more. For actors in a supporting role, of course, my girl JL, Jennifer Lawrence for American Hustle. This is another difficult category of actor in a supporting role. A lot of deserving guys this year. I'm going to go with, and I know I'm going to butcher his name because it's a foreign name, but Martok Ofti for 12 Years a Slave. Or Captain Phillips, sorry. Actress in a leading role, it should absolutely 1000% go to Amy Adams for American Hustle, but because the Academy's just been so in love with Gravity and so in love with Sandra Bullock as a whole, I think she'll probably win it for Gravity. There you go. She would tell easier for an actor in a leading role for 12 Years a Slave. That's what I was getting mixed up on before. But let me let him finish the category and then I'll give you my pick. Now, obviously, the most deserving recipient of the award, we all know it. It's Leonardo DiCaprio for The Wolf of Wall Street. Anybody that's seen The Wolf of Wall Street and isn't blown away by that performance, you have no soul, and you have no brain, and you have no right to call yourself a film buff. But it's going to go to the lead in 12 Years a Slave. And that's why I mentioned it earlier because that's actually my pick. But we all know that it should go to Leo DiCaprio. See, now in this category for Best Picture, there are four nominations: Captain Phillips, her American Hustle, and The Wolf of Wall Street, that are all extremely deserving of the Best Picture award. But since you can only give it to one, I gotta think that it's going to go to. Oh, it's so hard to actually put yourself out there and say that one film is the best picture of the year, but I'm gonna have to go with my gut and say that it's gonna be American Hustle. But I think that it has to be widely considered to be her because her is the most complete film this year, in my opinion. So there you go. That should is that covered, Brendan? Are we done? All right. Well, that was much faster with Brendan's help, even though there were some hiccups with Skype. That was only 14 minutes. Last year's video took 37 minutes with me manually trying to do it. So, thank you very much, Brendan. Like I said, his stuff is in the description box down below. Make sure you check it out. Full screen referral link, geeky.com, my official Boys in Blood and sponsorship, also down below in the description box. And this is reality according to the Razman, and Razman style is not just a catchphrase, but a way of life.